Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we will discuss another topic which is again from your chapter number 25, Man and His Environment. Today we will see that what are the biogeochemical cycles and what are their importance. So, what is a biogeochemical cycle? Bio means life, geo means earth, and the chemicals are the elements like the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. A cycling of the nutrients from the abiotic components of the ecosystem through the biotic components. And you know that the abiotic components includes the water, air, soil, and rock, and the nutrients includes the water, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and the sulfur, while the biotic components includes the plants, animal, fungi, and the bacteria. So the two secrets of the survival are the energy flow and the matter cycles. What is the energy flow? An ecosystem survives by a combination of energy flow from the sun to earth. And what is the matter cycling? This is the cycling of the different type of nutrients. And remember that the earth is a closed system. Now you can look at the figure which is showing that the abiotic chemicals or the nutrients are moving through the biotic and abiotic components but never leaves the earth. That's why the earth is called the closed system. So students, first important type of biogeochemical cycle we are going to discuss is the water cycle or the hydrological cycle. So the water is always on move. Rain falling where you live may have been water in the ocean just days before, and the water you see in the river on the stream may have been snow on a high mountain top. So the water cycle is also known as the hydrological cycle. Where is water? Water can be in the atmosphere, on the land, in the ocean, or even underground. It is recycled over and over through the water cycle. In the cycle, water changes states between liquid, solid, and gas. You know that the solid is in the ice form and the gaseous form is in the form of water vapors. Now we will see the stage 1 of the water cycle, that is called the evaporation. According to the definition, evaporation is the process where liquid changes to the vapor form. Evaporation turns the water that is on the surface of the oceans, rivers, and the lakes into the water vapors using the energy from the sun, because you know always the heat energy is required for the process of evaporation. So the stage 1 also includes the transpiration in addition to the evaporation. Transpiration is exclusively associated with the plants, and it is the process when the water evaporates from the plants. So the plants lose water through their stems, leaves, and the roots. A fully grown tree may lose several hundred gallons of water through its leaves on a hot, dry day. Now we will see what is the stage 2 of the water cycle, that is the condensation. Condensation is the reverse process of the evaporation. Condensation is the process by which the water vapors in the air is changed into the liquid water. So the water vapors rises in the atmosphere and cools, forming the tiny water droplets by a process called the condensation. Those water droplets make up the clouds. Here in the figure you can watch how after the evaporation the waters are changing into the form of clouds. Now we will see what is the stage 3 of the water cycle, that is the precipitation. Those water droplets that condense make up the clouds. Actually the tiny droplets water combine to form the heavy droplets, and they cannot stay in the air, so they are coming down in the form of the precipitation. If those tiny water droplets combine with each other, they grow larger and eventually become too heavy to stay in the air. Then they fall to the ground as rain, snow, and other types of precipitation. Precipitation is actually the process where the water released from the clouds in the form of the rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or the hail. It is the primary way water is delivered from the atmosphere to the earth. Now we will see the stage 4, that is called the runoff. The variety of the ways by which the water moves across the land. Now this is coming back of the water from the atmosphere to the land. As it flows, the water may seeps into the ground, evaporates into the air, become stored in lakes or reservoirs, or be extracted from the agriculture or the other human uses. Stage 4 also includes the infiltration process in addition to the precipitation. Some of the precipitation seeps into the ground and becomes the part of the groundwater. Infiltration is the process by which the runoff soaks into the ground. Now the stage 5 is called the accumulation, the process in which the water pools in the large bodies like ocean, seas and lakes. Most of the water on the earth is in the ocean. So the water stays in certain places longer than others. A drop of water may spend over 3,000 years in ocean before moving on to another part of the water cycle, while a drop of water spends an average of just 8 days in the atmosphere before falling back to earth. Now students, this page is showing you the extract of the water cycle, that the earth's water is always in movement on, above and below the surface of the earth. Since the water cycle is truly a cycle, there is no beginning or end. The water can change states among the liquid, vapor and the ice at various places in the water cycle, with these processes happening in the blink of an eye and over the millions of years. Now finally, we will see that what is the surface water. Surface water is any water that is on the surface of the earth. This includes the rivers, streams, creeks, lakes and the reservoirs. So this is all about the water cycle. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.